Welcome to the Bearded Banter Podcast, the gaming podcast where...
My God. What a way to start out the fucking new year.
I think that's the best intro I've ever done.
No.
Anyway, hello and welcome to episode 57 of the Bearded Banter Podcast, the gaming podcast where it's 2017, bitches.
Nah.
Yo, bitch, it's Bobo Dinks.
You need to calm your shit.
All right, welcome to the show. I'm your host, the Bearded One. With me is my co-host, Bins.
Hi.
She's distracted.
I'm here, sorry.
And today, we're going to be doing our Game of the Year awards.
Oh, no.
Yeah, 2016 is come and gone, and there were a lot of great games that came out this year that we ended up playing. I played more than you.
I didn't play any of them.
So yeah, we're going to, today on the podcast, talk about our not top 10 in a sense, our favorite games of the year.
Yeah. One of our lists is a little bit shorter because I didn't play fucking anything.
You didn't play anything. So today, we're going to talk about our favorite games of 2016. And we're going to be doing two separate lists, one for myself and one for Bones. My list is a top 10. Hers is a top 5 because she didn't play that many games this year.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Let's get this over
Piece
with.
of
I hate Uncharted
shit.
4. So
the way we're going to do this, since I have double the amount of games Bones has, I'm going to talk about two of my entries, and then Bones will talk about one of hers, and then we'll alternate in that sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have double the amount of games you have.
We just do the lists as they are, the one after the other.
If we alternate, I'm going to be talking about 5 games in a row.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm doing the 2 in 1. I'm going to talk about 2 of my games, and then Bones can talk about one of hers, and we're going to go through our list, which means we're ending with you, so you better fucking bring it.
Okay.
All right.
No pressure or anything.
So, there are no set rules for these lists. If it came out in 2016 and we played it, it qualifies. Even though some of these games we did play this year, it's only like, a week or 2 into the year, so it still counts. To me, let's get this shit going. You ready, Bones?
No.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
Okay, my number 10.
I'm not ready. I'm just kidding.
All right. My number 10 for 2016 is Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Now, this game came out in June of this year. A lot of people kind of wrote it off as an game. The reviews weren't exactly favorable, but when I finally got a chance to play it, I actually quite enjoyed it. Obviously not as much as some of these other games because it is at the bottom of my list, but I still enjoyed it enough to have it at least slide onto the list at the end.
It literally just squeaked in.
Yeah, it literally just squeaked in. But what did I like about this game? I like the visuals. This game is fucking gorgeous. The city looks beautiful, especially on a next-generation console. I like the gameplay. They changed things up a bit from the previous game. It didn't feel as clunky as the first game did, because one of the things I had against the first game was that the controls weren't exactly there. They felt a little clunky in certain areas and made certain parts of the game a little frustrating. I felt like it was much improved in this game. I didn't have nearly as much frustration playing this as I did the original. However, the story is meh, and the characters are kind of god-awful. Oh, Faith! Yeah, I did not like Faith that much in this game. Seeing as how this is a prequel, she's not the way she was in the original because this takes place before that. She's kind of a bitch in this game.
Yeah, but I felt like... I'm going to interject here. I just felt like she wasn't... Like, they retconned a lot of her character.
Yeah.
And I understand that it's a prequel, but, like, you still could have had a lot of character development happen over the course of the game, and I just don't feel like she got any character development.
She didn't get enough.
And then she goes into the second game, and the second game's Faith is really awesome. Like, she's got a great, well-developed personality, and, a lot of shit happens to her and whatever. But, like, as a prequel game, I feel like she could have gone through a lot more character development than she actually did. And her character suffers because of it.
And not a lot of the other characters are that much better.
No, I don't remember any of the other characters.
I think, this game is full of very forgettable characters and a story that doesn't really grip you that much. But what it gets wrong in the narrative, it makes up for in the visuals and the gameplay. So I enjoyed this game enough to make it qualify for my list. So Mirror's Edge is my number 10. It's a good game, but it could have been better.
It's a good game, but shit's creek.
All right, then. All right, moving on. My number 9 for 2016 is Far Cry Primal. One of 2 Ubisoft games that are on this list. Spoilers.
Fucking Ubisoft.
So yeah, Far Cry Primal. This came out in at the beginning of the year. I know I was hyped for this because Joe sent me the trailer when it was initially released, and I was like, I love Far Cry. So I was hyped for this game, and when I eventually got to play it, I thought it was a pretty good game. Like it obviously feels like a Far Cry game. But seeing as how this is prehistoric, they obviously had to change it up to fit the time period. And it feels like they made all the right changes so that it feels consistent with the setting. It feels like a Far Cry game, but a primitive Far Cry game because primal. So yeah, instead of guns and helicopters, you get spears, bows and arrows, and you get to ride woolly mammoths. I thought the setting and the time period was really interesting. Like, it definitely makes it stand out compared to the other Far Cry games that are mostly, tropical islands with pirates and shit. The gameplay is just as good as it's ever been. The way they changed it up, though, for this game, where you have to focus on melee and long-range weapons instead of, ballistics, they changed up the gameplay enough to make it feel unique. And the way they changed it felt like it fit Far Cry. It doesn't feel too out of nowhere, right? Like, it feels like it's cemented in the feel of Far Cry, but it's just different enough to make it, new and stuff. Hello, Dexter. Stop interrupting my show. So yeah, the only negatives I can really think of this game is it kind of gets repetitive a little bit, especially with collecting resources, because this game is very resource management heavy. You have to collect a lot of stuff in the world to craft new weapons and items and stuff. That got a little old after a while, especially since they make you literally pick up everything you see. That got kind of old. And also, again, with this game, the story and the character... I like the characters more in this game than in Mirror's Edge, but the story is still kind of weak. It's your pretty typical story, your tribe and another tribe attacks and you have to go defeat them, but it doesn't really go anywhere from there. You just go out and you kill the other tribe, and that's it.
Dead people, am I right?
Yeah, so... story isn't exactly there. But the gameplay is, and I feel like this was a step in the right direction for Far Cry. However, Far Cry needs to take a break. Because this came out within a year or so of Far Cry 4. So they need to take a break with this, give it a few years off, and come back fresh. But I still enjoyed this game enough for it to make my list. So that's my number 9. Okay, Bones, what's your number 5?
Okay, my number 5 on my list of 5 games that I played in 2016, is Ratchet and Clank, the, re-release that came out for the fucking PS4, or the reboot, I guess. It's a reboot? Yeah.
It's the game based on the movie, based on the game.
So back in the day, I did play my fair share of Ratchet and Clank. I played the first 2 games all the way through, and I played parts of the third. Also, we played Deadlocked a lot.
Yeah.
Deadlocked was awesome. If you're gonna remaster another one, do that one. So yeah, Ratchet and Clank made number 5 because we picked up a PS4 for Christmas and got this game, and I started playing it, and it's a very good game. If you've never played Ratchet and Clank before, I would highly recommend the PS4 reboot. It feels just like the old game. It looks absolutely stunning. Like, they did an amazing job with the graphics in this game. The story is there. It's kind of altered. There's a lot more backstory for some of the characters. Yeah. It's heavily based on the movie that came out. Yeah,
seeing as how it is a retelling of the original story, they changed up things here or there, but there's enough of the original narrative so that it doesn't feel too out of left field.
Did I interrupt you when you were talking?
Yeah, you did, actually.
No, yeah, so, I mean, I kind of want to watch the movie now. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I kind of want to watch it after playing this game for a little bit. I haven't beat the game yet, but
well, like half of the movie is cutscenes in the game.
But yeah, it's an awesome game. It feels just like I remember. The weapons are cool. The graphics are awesome. The story, I'm liking how much they added to the story because of the movie. So I'm looking forward to finishing this game.
Yeah.
But I played enough of it that it made my list.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely did a great job with this game, which let's talk about more later. So anyway, moving on, my number 8 game on my list of games of the year is a little title. I don't know if anyone's heard about it. It's it's an indie game. It's pretty, it's not exactly out there. I don't think many people have heard about it. It's called Overwatch. I don't know if anyone's heard about this. It's pretty,
I certainly haven't.
So yeah, my number 8 is Overwatch. Even though I didn't play this game nearly as much as Bones did
I have
this year.
I have at least 50 hours in this game now.
I didn't play this game as much as Bones did, but when I did play it, it definitely did have a lasting impression on me. First off, the game is gorgeous. It looks fantastic, especially with the character animations. It looks like a Saturday morning cartoon with how vibrant and cartoony all the visuals are. The gameplay is fantastic. This is like the quintessential of online shooters at this point, which is saying a lot because there's things like Battlefield and Call of Duty out there. But,
and Halo.
We
can't forget the Halos.
But I feel like this is like the quintessential FPS, online FPS to play for many years to come. Like, this game had such an impact when it came out.
And like across multiple platforms, like Xbox, PC, PS4, everything.
Yeah. Blizzard came out of nowhere with this game and it surprised everyone.
And shocked the fuck out of Battleborn.
Yeah. Battleborn is dead in the water at this point.
Battleborn you can pick up for a measly $20 and nobody is playing it.
Nobody is playing it. But yeah, the real reason why this game ended up making my list, the visuals are fantastic, the gameplay is outstanding, all of that's in check, but the real reason this game made my list is the characters. Like, this is I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm sure a lot of people would agree with the statement, but in terms of a cast of characters, this is the most diverse cast of characters in a game I've seen in a long time.
I think I've seen ever.
Yeah, like, the characters in this game are aspect.
You've got characters of a different species. You've got robots. You've got humans of different races and backgrounds and ethnicities.
And sexualities.
And sexualities and genders. And it's just awesome. Right. And they all have well-developed personalities. And they've all got backstory. And Blizzard just keeps releasing shit. About the characters. I don't know if anybody saw the Christmas shit that came out, where they officially confirmed that Tracer is in Lesbians with what's her name, Emily, I believe her name's
Lesbians?
Emily. She's in Lesbians with Emily,
in Lesbians,
which broke a lot of Widow Tracer hearts, but there we are.
But yeah,
just amazing.
Yeah, the cast of characters in this game is some of the most colorful, diverse characters you'll find in a video game ever. Like, in terms of characterization and character interactions and personalities, I don't think any game can beat Overwatch. Like,
I loves it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard of Overwatch. Who's heard of Overwatch?
Even though I did enjoy games this year more than this, I cannot deny the impact that Overwatch had on the industry as a whole, and it was definitely good enough in my mind to make my list.
And it's going to continue to be good for years.
Yes.
Everybody's playing fucking Overwatch.
Yes. So yeah, that's my number 8, is Overwatch. Moving on to my number 7, we're not doing face cam or anything, so I'm holding up Infinite Warfare, but what I'm really going to talk about is the other game that came with it. So yeah, Infinite Warfare had a big controversy this year over the fact that they were releasing Modern Warfare Remastered, but you had to buy the new game in order to get the remake. Yeah. But guess what? The remake's fucking fantastic.
We haven't... Okay, spoiler alert, or disclaimer, I guess. We haven't played Infinite Warfare yet.
No.
So I cannot comment whatsoever on Space Marines, although in space, I fucking love space.
However, I did play Modern Warfare Remastered, and holy shit, it's a fantastic remake. Like, if developers out there are thinking of remastering or remaking their games, they should take note from Infinity Ward, because this is a fantastic remake.
It's gorgeous.
From the ground up.
It's so
They completely
gorgeous.
redid all the visuals, all the sound effects. They redid all the animations, everything. From the ground up. Looks fantastic on modern hardware.
It's a gorgeous game. And I know you said that the controls felt so much tighter than they did back in the day when that game first came out.
Here's the thing. This game tickled my nostalgic bone. I'm gonna be real here. I'm gonna be real here. This was a completely nostalgic experience for me, just because I played the original Modern Warfare back when we first got our Xbox in 2009. It was the first 360 game I ever owned, and I love that game. It's still my favorite COD to this day. So when I was playing this remastered version, I was like, man, I still remember how good of a game this was. Like, this is a prime example of a remake done right, because it not only redoes the game from the ground up and makes it better than the original release, but it also helps to cement its legacy. Like, it does it justice. Yeah. Like, they completely respected the IP here, and they did everything in their power to make sure that the remake was worthy of the name Modern Warfare, and they did a fantastic job. The visuals and the new sound effects are all fantastic. The gameplay is just as good as I remember it. The controls feel a little bit tighter, but it still feels like COD 4. Like, they didn't modernize it enough where it feels like Infinite Warfare in the way it plays. It still feels like COD 4, but the controls are a lot tighter than they were back in 2007.
And it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, we've said that multiple times.
No, I'm sorry, but, like, seriously, when you go back and you play Modern Warfare, it was a great game back in the day, but now it just looks muddy. It looks gross. It looks like somebody shat all over it. They did an amazing job with the remaster. Like, all of the graphics are amazing. It plays in 60 frames. Like, it's just a gorgeous game. Even if you don't like Call of Duty, you have to admit that they did a good job with it. Like, it's awesome.
And the main thing for me is that it made me fall in love with COD 4 again. Because COD 4 is and probably always will be my favorite COD, and this just reminded me of how good that game actually was. So even though I didn't play a lot of it yet, I still managed to play it, and even though it is a remake, I still consider it one of the best games I played this year, so that is my number 7.
Alright.
Bones, take it away with your number 4.
My number 4 on my list of 5 games that I played in 2016, that came out in 2016... I'm gonna lead with that every time. Is Fire Emblem Fates, specifically Conquest, because that's the one that I played almost all the way through. I'm almost through it. They're just fucking long games, okay? I've never picked up a Fire Emblem game before this. I did play the demo for, I believe... Awakening on my 3DS back when it was released, but I never ended up picking up the game. So Fire Emblem was a little bit of a new experience for me, and fucking shit is this game great. It's fucking awesome. And I guess I would have to extend that to Birthright, because Birthright's probably going it's the same, just a different story. Yeah. But yeah, it's just the characters are all there. You get to build relationships with them. The combat is, like, if you like turn-based combat, I mean, this game is right up your alley. I like that you get to build your own base and upgrade it and shit, and, like, it's just good. I don't know. It made number 4. It only beat out Ratchet & Clank because RPGs are probably my favorite type of genre of games.
Well, seeing as how, like, 3/5 of your list are
Shut up.
RPGs.
RPGs are my favorite, and this game was just so well done. Like, the combat is tight. Like, you're not confused at all. Like, it's simplistic enough that I can pick it up and play it.
A strategy newbie.
Yeah, having never played a Fire Emblem game before other than the demo for Awakening, like, it was easy to pick up, it was easy to understand, like, I had a good time, the story is great, there were twists and turns and shit like that I was not expecting. Yeah, so fucking shit, it's a great game. It was a great game, then and now, in the new year.
Then and now. Looking back on the year in gaming, one could say that Fire Emblem Fates has held up quite well.
Fuck you.
Alright,
you.
So, Fire Emblem Fates Conquest is Bones' number 4 of the year. Moving on, I have my number 6 pick, which number 6 and number 5 are kind of interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
They're both equally great for all the same reasons. But my number 6 pick is Watch Dogs 2. And before I start talking about the game, let me just say, what the fuck happened to Watch Dogs? Like,
okay.
This game is... Yeah, I'm gonna interrupt you. This game is night and day compared to the original.
Okay, I'm gonna come out and say this, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say about Watch Dogs 2, because I haven't played it yet, but I've watched you play it quite a bit. Watch Dogs 2 seems to me, and I think a lot of people will agree with me when I say this, it is everything, absolutely everything that they promised that one was going to be and failed to deliver on.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Everything that Watch Dogs 2 is what Watch Dogs the first should have been.
Yeah.
And the first one, I'm choosing to believe that the first one never existed.
Yeah. Well, then again, this game kind of pretends that the first game never existed
exactly.
because there's literally no reference to anything that happened in the first game other than CTOS. Because CTOS was brought over. But anyway, talking about Watch Dogs 2 as a game now, this game improves so much on the first game that it's actually kind of baffling that they improved so much from the first game in such a short time. It's not even 2 years since the first game came out.
I know.
And they managed to make a completely better experience. Like,
They were able to make the experience that they promised and hyped and hyped and hyped with Watch Dogs.
Like, okay, problems with the first Watch Dogs.
Everything.
Poor characterization. Took itself way too seriously. Bleak and uninteresting settings. Main character is a soggy loaf of white bread.
The whole game was just like the embodiment of soggy bread.
They basically glorified violence. Like, there were no non-lethal options in the first game that I can remember. And overall, the hacking was ultimately disappointing. There wasn't enough done with the hacking mechanics. Everything is improved in this game. The world of San Francisco is bright and colorful.
It's
completely
gorgeous,
shits all over the first game's beige and brown aesthetics.
Bread.
Bread. The gameplay is tighter. It feels more responsive. There's now non-lethal elements thrown into gameplay.
You can fucking just tase everybody or shock them with your little RC guy.
The first gun you get in this game is a taser.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
So, like, you don't have to be a murdering psychopath. The hacking is fully utilized to its full potential in this game. I think I did more hacking in the first half hour than I did in the entirety of the first game.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's so many more options you can do with hacking. You can hack cars and send them off in different directions. You can hack, obviously, like, street pipes and traffic lights like you did in the first game. But they give you more options. You can hack someone's text messages, or you can siphon the funds out of their bank account, or you can call them to distract them while you send police after them by, like, hacking terrorist threats into their phone, which they can track. You can have little drones that you can control, like a little jumper RC, or later on there's actually a flying drone that you can control. You can hack encryption keys to unlock gates remotely. Like, there's so many more options to hack in this game. It's kind of ridiculous looking back at Watch Dogs 1 and seeing just how bland it actually was.
Yeah, and how it did not at all capture
hacking culture.
Yeah, hacking culture. Like, at all. It was just, this soggy white man was very, very angry at the world. And that
going off of that, though, the characters in this game...
So much inclusion!
Like,
oh my god. We have a black guy as a fucking main character, and he's got so much personality. He's got so much more personality than fucking Aiden Pierce ever had, in his fucking
I think
day.
Marcus alone has more personality than any of the characters in Watch Dogs 1.
All of the characters in Watch Dogs 1. Then we've got, like, you've got Josh, who is autistic.
Yeah, an autistic hacker.
And it's openly addressed that he's autistic, but
and
he's not,
no one has any issues with it.
He's not ridiculed, he's not made fun of, he's not belittled. He's included in the group.
He's not impaired. He's one of the more intelligent people on the team. Like,
it's awesome. And then we've got...
And then you have Satara, who is Latina.
Yes. And then you've got, we were just introduced to Miranda last night.
Yeah, Miranda, who's
is
transgender.
A transgender woman on the council of the city of San Francisco. Like, it's just awesome. And like, so many characters. And then Wrench. I fucking love Wrench.
Best character in the game, Wrench. Wrench, like, from the moment you meet him, he just oozes personality.
I know.
Like...
All of them have so much more personality than anybody that was in
the characterization and the interactions in this game completely shit all over the first game. So what do we have here? We have amazing visuals that pop. We have better gameplay. We have improved hacking mechanics. We have better characterization. And we have not soggy loaf of bread.
I feel like this should have been a lot higher than 6. I feel like this should have been on my list, even though I didn't play it.
It's a great game, but unfortunately did not manage to make the top 5 for reasons that I will get into in the next entry. But Watch Dogs 2 is a very good game, and it easily earns a spot on my list. Number 6.
If you hated Watch Dogs and you really, really, really wanted like a quintessential hacker experience, buy Watch Dogs 2.
If you're on the fence about the sequel because the first one wasn't that great, go for it.
It's worth it. It's everything they ever promised you ever.
Speaking of characterization in video games, my number 5 pick for the year is Final Fantasy 15. Oh boy!
Or AKA Boy Band Road Trip,
as we're dubbing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Final Fantasy 15. 10 years in the making. Finally came out in 2016.
I know. I couldn't believe that it'd been so fucking long.
Yeah, 10 years in the making. Finally came out in 2016, and the hype was definitely worth it because this game's fantastic.
Yes.
Right off the bat,
it's so much different than what I think of as Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Too.
And
as soon as a lot of that is like right.
As soon as you boot the game, it says a Final Fantasy for fans and first timers. So whether you're a longtime fan of the series or just getting into it for the first time,
this is a new Final Fantasy.
This is a newbie Final Fantasy. If
you're just jumping in, generation.
If you're just jumping into the series, this is a good way to get into it. The combat is fantastic. It's real-time combat, but it flows in all the right places. You can block freely. You can. It's very streamlined. It's like you have a block button. You have an attack button that you hold down to continue combos. You have a special attack button. It's very streamlined, which makes it very easy to get into. But I assume that it has a level of complexity that, hardcore players will get the most out of. But the combat's fantastic. It's super fun to get into a big group battle. The environment, the world of Final Fantasy 15 is gorgeous. And it's so varied too. You have your grassy plains, you have the desert with the mountains, you have
there's that seaside beach
seaside pier area on the shoreline. We haven't
even explored half of what the game has to offer.
The world of Final Fantasy 15 is absolutely stunning. The story so far is very interesting. It really got me invested in the actual narrative. I actually want to continue the game to find out what happens, because the narrative so far has me intrigued, which is a good sign. But the boy band, best part of the game.
They're so awesome. It is literally you're on a boy band road trip, basically.
Yeah, boy band quartet. Every single one of the main characters in Noctis's group is fantastic. Noctis himself being the kind of introvert with a sassy attitude, very cocky, sarcastic. He's great. Prompto being the wisecracking, over the top dude bro. He's great. He's probably my favorite in the group. Ignis.
Not surprising considering you liked Wrench and
Watch
Dogs too.
Ignis being the suave, elegant, smart, intelligent part of the group. He's a great contrast to Prompto.
Yes.
Being the quirky, smart
evens
aleck.
him out,
Yeah. And Gladio being the tough guy who's also like the protector of Noctis.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like big brother to Noctis' little brother. Very protective of his friends, and he's very wise, but he can fucking kick your ass.
Well, yes, he can.
So, yeah. Easily the best part of the game is the characters. I think that they completely nailed this quartet of boy band gorgeousness, and easily, without a doubt, made Final Fantasy 15 as good as it was. I think if the characters were not as on point as they were, I think the game overall would have suffered for it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Most games do when their characters aren't good.
Yeah, so best part of the game is the characters, but it does help the game that every other aspect is on point as well. So for gorgeous visuals, an outstanding overworld, great simplistic yet hard to master combat, and some of the best characters of the year, easily gave Final Fantasy 15 my spot for my 5th favorite game of the year. So Bones, your next entry, what is it?
So my next entry in my list of 5 games that I played in 2016 that came out in 2016 is The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. This was a game that came out in 2011? 11. I played the shit out of Skyrim when it came out. I invested at least 200 hours, if not more, in that game on 360.
Probably more.
At one point, I think I played it so long the one day I literally had to turn the 360 off because it was like very warm. So this is a game that is very near and dear to my heart, and I was fucking super psyched when they announced that they were doing a re-release of it for next gen. Which I picked up on Xbox One because Xbox One is my baby. Anyway, so the special edition of Skyrim was completely remastered. It looks great. It feels great. I dove right back in. Like, nothing fucking changed. I didn't take several years off of Skyrim. It comes with all the DLC. And the best part about this is the mods. Honestly, mods
console mod support.
Mods on fucking Xbox One, and not just shit on the PS4 version, but fuck you, Sony. The mods just made this game so much better because I had played it on 360 and I'd invested so many hours into it, but I also got it for PC and fucking modded the shit out of it, and that was great too. And to have it all in one package that I can revisit and just fucking play the shit out of again is just awesome. I already have I haven't played it that much because I've been super busy, but I've already got 20 something hours into it. Just awesome. If you never played Skyrim, or if you're just getting into Elder Scrolls and you don't want to go back to some of the older games, or if you loved Skyrim in 2011, fucking pick this shit up. It's a great game. It made number 3 on my list. It'll be number 1 in my heart forever. And fucking, it's great. It's fucking great. It looks awesome too. I mean, it looks awesome. It feels awesome. And all of my favorite mods that were on PC, I can fucking do on Xbox One. Honorable mention to Fallout 4.
That came out in 2015.
I know, but mods. Just mods. Every game should be moddable.
Moddable?
Moddable, that's a new word.
Moddable.com?
Moddable.com.
Alright, so Skyrim Special Edition was Bones' number 3? Yeah, okay. Going back to my list, my number 4 entry is a game not a lot of people know about. It's it's an indie game. Doesn't have a lot of exposure. I don't know if anyone's heard of Dark Souls.
I've never heard of Dark Souls. Tell me more.
Okay, my number 4 pick is Dark Souls 3. Fuck this game. Moving on. No, what can I say about Souls that I haven't said in previous videos? I love to hate this game.
I hate to love that game.
That is the best description I could give of a Souls game. But when it comes to the main Soul series, not counting Bloodborne, unfortunately, if Bloodborne came out in 2016, it would have easily been my game of the year.
Oh, yeah.
But just sticking to the main line of Souls games, I think Dark Souls 3 is easily my favorite. Just because, especially after playing Bloodborne, I can definitely see the Bloodborne influence in this game. Because Dark Souls is known...
Bloodborne is better.
Oh, yeah, it is. But, no. Bloodborne changed things up because the Soul series is known for being very slow-paced, very methodical, it's very strategic.
There's a lot of waiting involved in Souls.
Yeah, it's a lot more slower paced. Like, you have to wait for your enemy to attack, block, attack yourself. It's not very fast paced. It makes you stop and, assess the situation and then act accordingly. Dark Souls 3 came out after a little title called Bloodborne and said, fuck that shit. Especially after playing Bloodborne, I can tell that there's a lot of influence from Bloodborne in Dark Souls 3. It's a lot faster paced, it's a lot more aggressive. They basically expect you to have played Bloodborne before this and keep that mentality when going into this game, because I've heard a lot of people who played Bloodborne and then played this game say they tried to go back to the way you should probably play a Souls game, being slow, methodical, strategic, and they just couldn't because of the way the game changed.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that you played that before you played Bloodborne, obviously. Is that going to change how you go back and play that game?
Oh, probably.
Probably. Now, knowing now that it's more
Bloodborne than anything.
More Bloodborne than Souls.
Yeah. It's a lot more
traditional Souls.
It's a lot fast. It's a lot more fast paced. It's a lot more aggressive. There's a lot more dodging involved and just rushing in to get some damage on the opponents. Obviously, still hard as dicks, as I expect a Souls game to be. But it's very newbie friendly. Like, I would say if you've never played a Souls game before, start with this one, because it's very forgiving.
Yes.
In some regards.
And 1 and 2 will fucking kick your ass.
Oh, they will. Trust me. I played all of them. But, 3 was definitely a great time. Like, up until I played Bloodborne, this was the most progress I had ever made in any Souls game.
Ever.
Just because I was having so much fun with it, even though it did get me frustrated at some points, I kept going back. Just like any Souls game. It would kick my ass, and I went right back for more. And that mentality is very alive in this game. But with the more Bloodborne-influenced gameplay, it definitely changed for the better. I definitely like this more than the other Souls games. Just because I am more of a fast-paced person when it comes to gameplay, I do tend to enjoy faster-paced games more so than slower-paced games, which definitely easily made Dark Souls 3 my favorite out of the main Souls series. Thank you, Bloodborne, for existing, so we could get this game the way it was. And, I love it. Seeing as how it's this high on my list, it definitely made a lasting impression on me. And after playing Bloodborne, I might just go back to this and get my ass kicked all over again.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
So yeah, my number 4 pick, Dark Souls 3. Going off of that, speaking of fast-paced games, my number 3 pick for 2016 is a little game called Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which, give me one moment, please. I love this game.
Oh, righty.
So yeah, this game was easily my most anticipated game of 2016. And
Of course it was, you fucking nerd.
as soon as I found out that this was announced and this was a thing that was happening, I freaked the fuck out. I watched that reveal trailer like 13 goddamn times in a row. I could not wait for this game, especially with seeing how much they were changing it up. They were adding new characters and new stories. And they
You fucking nerd.
they were incorporating stuff from Super, and it's like, ah! Anyway, sorry for that peak in the audio, but yeah. I was going to pre-order this, but I didn't end up doing that. But I did get it launch week, and I played the shit out of it, and holy goddamn. I love this game. It definitely improves so much from the first game. It's a lot. Somehow they made it more faster paced. The controls are better. They improved the combat mechanics. You can do more combos, and there's more ways to approach a situation. They added more diversity, where you can be a melee person, you can be a long-range person with different kinds of key blasts. The customization in this game is great. They give you a lot more customization options for your character and how you can customize your move sets, and what they basically let you be the type of character you want to be, and they give you a bunch of different options to better fit your fighting style. The story is great. It continues from the first game with the whole time patrol thing. But they added more storylines than the first game, including more stuff from the Boo Saga and the Frieza Saga and the Cell Saga. They added more stuff. They added Resurrection F as an actual story because it had come out at this point. So there's more involved with the story, and the graphics are fantastic. It looks better and runs better than the first game, which is definitely noticeable. There's new transformations for custom characters. Each race has its own custom transformation, and they're all unique except for the Majin one. Fuck you, Majins. In case you couldn't tell, I love this game.
You're such a fucking nerd.
It was one of the better experiences I had in 2016, as you can tell by its number 3 spot on my list. I love Dragon Ball, and this game basically personifies everything I love about Dragon Ball.
Oh, look at that. You're wearing a Dragon Ball
in video
shirt
game
right
form.
Now.
If you're a fan of Dragon Ball, get this game if you haven't already, because fuck you, it's good. That's my number 3.
Why are you yelling?
Because it's a great game.
Okay. Alright, well...
but also...
Fuck off!
Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so my number 2 on my list of 5 games that came out in 2016 that
That's
I
not
played
the right
in 2016. One. You gave me this
I
one.
couldn't find it.
This says Pokemon X, but I'm pretty sure that didn't come out last year. It would be Pokemon Moon. I mean, Pokemon this generation, Sun and Moon, I guess, because, you know, they're pretty much the same game, just different Pokemon. But I played Moon, and it's probably the best Pokemon game I've ever played. I know, the look on your face is just like, what the fuckle? So I have played the old games, like the very old games, because they did get re-released on, fucking the eShop. Red, Blue, and Yellow. Yes. Red, Blue, and Yellow. I've played Red and Yellow. Blue and Yellow. I don't know, whichever ones. I've played Diamond. I've played X and Y. I've played Omega. But I was very excited when they announced that Pokemon Sun and Moon was going to be the next one, and then they released some fucking gameplay shit, and it looked awesome, and it's probably the best Pokemon game I've ever played. It's awesome. I don't know what else to say about it. You know, it's a Pokemon game. You fucking catch Pokemon. But it's so much different than your typical Pokemon game. It's very based on, like, Hawaiian culture. Instead of gyms, you have trials that you have to complete, and then your fucking grand trial at the end. So, like, every area has trials and then a grand trial that you have to complete. There's new Pokemon. There's new forms of old Pokemon. My favorite of which right now...
Alolan forms!
Thanks. My favorite of which right now is Alolan Meowth, because he's so fucking sassy. He or she. Fucking... And then Alolan Persian kind of looks like a donut, but whatever. Just everything about that game
Donut.
Not a donut, but you know what I mean? He kind of looked dumb. Like he got hit in the head too many times.
You mean a dope?
No, I call them donuts. I hate Uncharted 4.
Time to make the donuts.
Just everything. Like it's so different, but it's also so much. It's so Pokemon, but it's so different, but it's so Pokemon, and like it looks great. They redesigned like the battle screen and everything. The battle screen's pretty cool. It's like all intuitive and shit, and like you can actually see your fucking move descriptions and shit like that now.
And doesn't it show you which moves are effective against who you're
yes,
fighting?
it shows you effectiveness, which is great when I can never remember what the fuck rock is weak to.
What the fuck is bug weak to?
I don't know.
Grass?
It's
Water?
fucking stupid. But yeah, they finally, like, after you've encountered a certain species of Pokemon, it tells you the next time that you go into battle with that kind of species what they're weak to out of your moveset, and if you're not fucking effective against them, then you can switch your Pokemon, which is awesome. So yeah, I mean, like, it's a great move for Pokemon. It's so much better than Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Those were just meh games. They didn't really do anything new. They didn't really improve on the formula from X and Y. Actually, I preferred X and Y.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
To Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
I liked Y a lot better than Alpha Sapphire.
It just felt like a step backward for Pokemon, and
Well, they were remakes.
I know, but it felt like they could have done something new with it, but they didn't. They just stuck to an old formula. X and Y were infinitely better. Like, I played way more of X than I ever did of Omega Ruby. And Pokemon Moon and Sun by extension definitely are a move in the right direction. Like, they're awesome games. The changes that they made really improved upon the whole, like, traditional Pokemon model. I'm kind of excited to see what's next. But yeah, number 2, Pokemon Moon. Fucking played the shit out of that game.
Alright. Well, I only have 2 more entries on my list, and Bones only has 1, so we're wrapping up pretty soon here. But my number 2 on my list of best games of 2016, we talked about at the beginning of this video, because it was Bones' number 5. But my number 2 is Ratchet & Clank for the PS4. Okay.
God, quit screaming.
Xenoverse 2 was my most anticipated game of the year, but this was easily right behind it in terms of the excitement level for this game. I wanted to play this so bad. This and Bloodborne are the reasons I wanted the PS4. And when I finally got to play this, I love this fucking game. As a longtime Ratchet & Clank fan, I definitely...
I wanted to shove it in my butthole.
Yeah, pretty much.
What he wants to say.
Yeah, I had a very high level of appreciation for this game, seeing as a reboot of the series, retelling the story of the original. I played the shit out of the original, so when I was playing this, I definitely saw a lot of things that were familiar that I remembered from playing the original. Like, certain planets are exactly the way they used to be, like Planet Novalis and Planet Iridia are designed exactly the same way. Same enemies, same missions, same everything. But they definitely did throw their fair share of new in this game. Like, there's a planet, I believe it's called Oxton. I don't remember the exact name of the planet. But in the original, it's the planet that's war-torn and has the war bombers where you have to get on the turret and blow them up. That planet's still in here, but it's the ice planet now. Because they completely removed the ice planet that was in the original.
Oh.
Yeah, so you don't care as much as I do. But no, they definitely changed things up. Like, there's certain planets that were in the original that are completely absent from this game. Some of the planets that they did carry over from the first game to this, they changed up a little bit. Like, there are certain gadgets that you get in different spots than you would in the first game. Certain planets have changed climates or designs or whatever. There are completely new planets by the end of the game. Seeing as how it does follow the story of the movie, which is different from the original, it definitely does have its fair share of new stuff, but it has enough of the essence of the original game where I don't think it really it doesn't disrespect the first game and what it did. It adds to it. I feel like this is a great compliment to the first game.
It's like Ratchet and Clank 1.5.
Yeah, like you could put the original and this side by side, back to back, and they perfectly play off of each other. Like I feel like Insomniac wanted to redo the original for a new generation. Based on a retelling of the original story, but they definitely wanted to keep enough of what made the original great and carry it over to this game, which they did, and I feel like they did it perfectly for the most part.
And the other thing with that, too, is that, like, you get a lot more backstory for, like, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the first one, and I feel like that's, like, kind of like a nod to, like, oh, yeah, you made these characters, but, like, we really have to build on what they are.
Yeah, the character arcs and the stories that the characters go through are definitely different. In the first game, Ratchet just kind of gets swept into this whole intergalactic plot by Chairman Drek. He's not really involved, but then he gets swept into the whole thing and he basically has to become the hero to save the day. Whereas in this game, he wants to be the hero from the get-go, and it's his dream to do so. And then he gets swept into this whole plot with Chairman Drek that lets him live out his dream. Captain Quark's character, I feel, is better in this game, because in the original, Quark was a sellout. He played, the intergalactic hero, savior of the universe, but he sold himself out for money and more fame by joining Drek's side. In this game, he is a hero, but he lets his jealousy of Ratchet get the best of him, and that's what leads him to join Drek. Even though he doesn't want to, he feels it's what he needs to do in order to one-up Ratchet, who he feels is the new up-and-comer who's going to eventually replace him. So, he's not a bad guy, he just did the wrong thing at the wrong time, which I feel is better than the original where he just sold himself out for money. He's the spokesman.
Yeah, like, a lot of the characters are a lot better developed, and, like you said, like, Quark has a lot better motivations than he did in the, original game, where he basically didn't have a motivation at all. He was just like, fuck that guy.
Yeah. It's like, fuck the galaxy money, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like in that aspect, they definitely did those things better in this game than they did in the first game. And obviously, the gameplay is so much better than the original. The gameplay, it's based off the more modern Ratchet and Clanks, but it controls like a dream. Like, it's perfectly tight, it's responsive, it's fluid, it controls great, it's fun. The weapons are basically a mishmash of all the different weapons from all the different games, but they add a couple new ones. My favorite weapon in this game is a new one, the Pixelizer.
Yes.
Which is like it's like a shotgun that turns your enemies into 8-bit sprites. It's fucking great. The leveling system is fantastic. It's intuitive. It's deep. The upgrades you get drastically change the way the weapons handle, which is always fun. Obviously, the game's gorgeous. I don't need to talk about that. The visuals are stunning. Probably one of, if not the best looking games on the PS4.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it even looks better than the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching, like, some of the clips from the movie, and, like, it actually looks better than the movie. It controls awesome. Like, if you go careening off a cliff or whatever, it's your own fault. Yeah. It's not the fault of the controls. Like, the controls are tight.
And,
just like a butthole.
Just like a right butthole. So, yeah, everything about this game is fantastic. And this was honestly what, like, number 1 and number 2 on my list are interchangeable. Like, this game just barely missed out on my number 1 spot. But I had so much fun with this game. I had such a nostalgic experience going back and seeing all the planets from the original re-envisioned for a new generation. Gameplay's fantastic. It's super fun. Controls are tight. Weapons are outstanding. Upgrade system is diverse and deep. The story is great. The characters are great. Just everything about this game is A+ material. Like, this is definitely a AAA game, which is weird because they didn't market it as such.
No.
It's only like, in Canada, it's only $30 new at this point, but it was only $50 when it came out. Mm-hmm. So they marketed it as a budget title, when in reality, it's probably, aside from another game, which we openly hate, aside from another game that came out this year, this is probably the best PlayStation exclusive you can get right now. And it's super cheap, too. So if you haven't played Ratchet & Clank for the PS4, you haven't gotten a chance to, definitely play it. It's definitely worth your time and your money. Almost made the number one
Or even
pick.
if you haven't played Ratchet & Clank ever.
Yeah, it's
Pick
a
it
good
up.
starting
It's a
point.
reboot. Like, it reimagines the whole original story. Like, fucking buy it.
Yeah, buy it.
Just buy it.
It's not expensive.
$30.
It's definitely worth your time. And it is easily one of the best games of the year. However, the one game that ended up beating it this year, which is my number one pick, is a little ditty called Doom. I don't think I need to say anything about this game. Everyone thought this game was going to be shit. And then it came out of nowhere and it just blew everyone away with how good it actually was. Like, don't get me wrong. I loved Ratchet. I loved Xenoverse. I loved all these other games, but I don't think I had more fun playing a game than this.
You played a lot of that,
I
too.
played a lot of this game when I got it. It's like, this is everything that a Doom game should be in the modern era.
Yeah.
Like all these different first-person shooters that are coming out nowadays, they feel like they have to follow a certain formula. Like, you know, we have to have sprinting, we have to have cover-based gameplay, we have to have regenerating health, aiming down your sights, we have to have weapon modifications and stuff. And Doom comes out of nowhere and is like, hey,
Fuck you guys.
pretty much. They're like, hey, we see that this first-person shooter market is oversaturated. Everyone's trying to be the next Call of Duty, and everyone's kind of, you know, copying everyone else. They're all kind of the same thing. How about we throw this in your fucking face and you eat it, and you have fun with it, and you play
You
a great game.
almost hit me. Don't do
This
that.
is a great game.
Stop it.
So yeah, basically Doom shits on all the modern first-person shooter tropes. No aiming down your sights, no sprinting, no regenerating health. The game is designed to improve upon what the original did back in the day. This is very classic shooter. It's very classic shooter design where your character's movement speed is fast enough that you don't need a sprint. It's not cover-based. You're out in the open. It encourages movement and momentum. The enemies are aggressive, which it complements that movement-based design. You're not supposed to be behind cover because the enemies are going to find you and they're going to kick your fucking ass. So you better be moving around the map, hoping that you can get the drop on them. It's fast-paced as fuck. The gunplay is outstanding. It's just a fun game, man.
It's awesome.
It's just an awesome, fun, engaging experience, and it doesn't need to be this overly flashy modern shooter to do so. Like, everything in this game is 1992.
Oh, yeah. I was getting big nostalgias.
Yeah. Everything about the design of this game is
I was in nostalgia.
Yes. Like, everything about the way this game is designed is 1992, not 2016. And yet...
It screams Doom, and yet it's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's so next gen, but it's also so Doom.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they did it, but it's awesome.
Basically, the way I can sum up this game in one sentence is Doom 2016 is the perfect mix of old and new.
Yes. It's so
It is the
pretty.
perfect-
When an alien is tearing your face apart, or when you're tearing an alien's face apart, all the guts are just so gorgeous.
Like, so Doom 2016 is a perfect mix of old and new. It's completely based around old shooter design, but it keeps it modern enough where that old design is complemented by new technology.
Yeah, you feel like you're playing a new game, but you also feel like you're playing a Doom game.
It's a throwback.
Which is great. Because, like, a lot of people probably thought that it was going to be, like, Doom-themed Call of Duty. It's not.
And it's not.
It's
not
not.
at all.
It is Doom.
Yeah. So, going through the checklist. Gorgeous visuals. Fantastic sound design. Simplistic story that is easy to get behind. It's just, there are demons.
There's demons.
Kill the
them,
demons.
Go to hell. Murder the Demon King. Done.
Yeah.
Walk away. Boom. Cool guys
story,
don't look at explosions.
Simplistic story, but it doesn't need it. Completely throws characters out the window. Fantastic gunplay, fun, engaging gameplay, fast-paced, encourages movement.
Shoves it right up your butthole.
Yeah, aggressive enemies. Fantastic weapon systems, like the upgrades and the modifications. They're done right. An astounding amount of collectibles for a FPS. Like, it encourages exploration so you can find all these collectibles that actually give you shit in the game.
We even had to like look up where some of these fucking things are, because they're like, you really have to be fucking looking for them.
Great map system. You're never lost. It's always very clear where you need to go, but it lets you take your time with the massacre of the demon hordes. It lets you play the way you want it to. It's just fun. The last thing I need to say about this game is funnest game of 2016.
It's fucking good time.
Like, I had the most fun playing this out of any other game I played this year, and that alone, aside from everything else that this game does perfectly, it's the level of fun you have with this game. Like, it's just, at its core, a fun game, and that's all it needs to be. So, Doom easily took my top spot, my favorite game of 2016.
And on that note of absolute fucking fun, my number one is a little game called Overwatch that we also discussed earlier. Fucking Overwatch. Like, I already said a lot about Overwatch when we talked about Overwatch. It is easily my game of the year just because of how fucking fun it is. I have never, like, there's times where you get frustrated because your team sucks. Mm-hmm. But, like, yesterday I was playing it and, like, I lost.
For the first time in months.
Yeah, because I've been so busy. But, like, I lost 5 times in a row, and I was just like, this is fucking fun. Like, I'm not upset that I lose. Like, it's not like when you play, like, fucking, like, Call of Duty multiplayer, and you're, like, frustrated that you lose, or, like, you're pissed off that you lose. Like, I'm having fun. Everybody else is having fun. Like, yeah, I got my ass handed to me, and I died, like, 16 times, and I only killed 10 people. But, like, fucking, it's just so fun. Like, my main is, fucking Diva, and fucking shooting her exploding mech into a fucking crowd of enemies and killing, like, 5 people on the other team and getting play of the game is just, like, amazing. Like, it's so fucking fun. I can't say anything more about it. Like, I mean, it's got awesome characters, and, like, there's not a whole lot of story, but, like, if you actually go online and you, like, watch all the little character videos and you read all, like, the character backstory and the story of Overwatch and shit like that, like, you get a sense of what's going on, and, like, the character designs are just, like, cool and fun, and, like, they're all different, and I love this game so much. It's so fun. I don't know. Like, that's the best thing I can say about this game is that, like, you won't not have fun in this game. It doesn't matter if you're winning or you're losing or, you know, you got murdered by Hanzo 7 times in a row. Like, I just have fun with this game. Like, it's a good time. I don't even need to talk to the other people, like, on the other side of the screen. Like, it's just fun. And, like, yesterday I was playing and, like, I was with the same team for, like, 5 matches in a row and we fucking lost, but everybody kept clicking that want to stay with the same team. Yeah. Like, it's fun. I love it. Play Overwatch. And I mean, like, it's not your typical third person shooter either. First person. Sorry, I'm fucked up. It's not your typical shooter, but, like, it's just so fun. I had the most fun I think I've actually ever had with a shooter with Overwatch. And I had the most fun last year playing Overwatch. I have, like, so many fucking hours in Overwatch. I fucking love it. Yeah. Also, I have to do an honorable mention.
Dishonored
2. Gets my honorable mention simply because I got the Dishonored 2 that got bundled with the first Dishonored, and I'm playing my way through the first Dishonored, which is a great game, by the way, and the definitive edition of that is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
And I know that Dishonored 2 is going to be an amazing game. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. And I just wanted to do a little shout out to fucking Dishonored 2 because I know it's going to be great. And I know if I'd played it, it would have made my list.
Yeah. So yeah, with that said, that wraps up our Game of the Year lists. So I think to wrap up this podcast, we're going to quickly recap both of our lists individually with our Games of the Year. So for my Game of the Year list, my number 10 pick is Mirror's Edge Catalyst. My number 9 was Far Cry Primal. My number 8 was Overwatch. My number 7 was Modern Warfare Remastered. My number 6 was Watch Dogs 2. My number 5 was Final Fantasy 15. Number 4 was Dark Souls 3. Number 3 was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Number 2 was Ratchet & Clank. And my number 1 game of the year for 2016 was Doom.
So it's my turn. My number 5 pick was Ratchet & Clank. My number 4 was Fire Emblem Fates, specifically Conquest. My number 3 was Skyrim Special Edition. Go play it if you haven't played Skyrim. It's good. My number 2 was Pokemon Moon, and by extension Sun, because, I mean, Pokemon. And my number 1 was Overwatch. Fucking play it if you haven't. I hate Uncharted 4, but fucking play this game. It's fucking great. Honorable mention to the fact that I hate Uncharted 4 and I didn't play it, so fuck you, Uncharted.
Honorable mention to King's Quest VII, The Realm of a New World.
Why? Why?
Okay, with that said, that wraps up this episode.
Did you have any honorable mentions that you wanted to mention?
No, not really.
Oh, yeah. A shout out to my bro, No Man's Sky, for being really fucking boring. Shit, I played that game for 45 minutes, and it's so fucking boring. All I did was pick up fucking plutonium for an hour. Okay. And I still didn't get off the fucking planet. Okay. All right. Fuck you, Hello Games.
I hate Uncharted 4.
I hate Uncharted 4. Now I hate No Man's Sky.
So with that
also The Division. Fuck you.
Crash my PS4.
Yeah. Fucking okay.
Okay, before we wrap up, we need to tell the story.
Quick anecdote here. So I picked up The Division. It was real cheap. It was fucking $30. And I figured, you know what? Now is a great time to play the worst game of 2016. So I put it in, I started it up, I fucking customized my character, which the character creator is really shitty.
It's shit.
I don't recommend it.
It's garbage.
Yeah, it's basically garbage. All the females look the same, except some of them are slightly more Asian or more black than the others. So yeah, I started the game, I killed some people, it's not really super engaging or anything, and then I save, and I go to quit, and it fucking crashed the PS4.
Yeah, the game...
Just straight up crashed.
The game crashed. And then she's like, well, what the fuck ever, I'm done with this. And then I put in Watch Dogs 2, and I guess it's the fucking ghost of Ubisoft infecting our PlayStation.
I know. It
because
was just shitty.
after the Division crashed, I went to go play Watch Dogs, and fucking Watch Dogs wouldn't launch.
The crash of 2017 is basically the complete embodiment of the entire Division experience. Worst game of 2016.
So yeah, with that said, that is it for our Game of the Year podcast. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Bearded Banter Podcast. If you like what you've seen, you can subscribe to BGM for more great gaming content. We got Let's Plays, we got podcasts, we got live streams, we got unboxings, we got vlogs, etc. If you like the podcast, we do an episode every Wednesday or so. Sometimes. Mostly on a weekly basis. But sometimes. Hopefully you will see us next Wednesday for another exciting episode of the podcast. So I've been your host, the Bearded One. With me is my co-host, Bones.
Yeah!
And you just watched us talk about our favorite games of 2016 for an hour. Yeah.
Next week is the worst ones. And spoiler alert, it's The Division and No Man's Sky.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, and Uncharted 4. I hate that game.
I hate Ubisoft. So yeah,
see you later.
So yeah, those were our favorite games of 2016. We'll see you guys next year for our favorite games of 2017, which will be a hoot and a holler.
Hopefully I'm dead by then.
And we'll see you next week. Keep on gaming. I hope I die by next year's Game of the Year awards. Fuck my dick.